I heard someone at a conference say we should grade for growth. And I thought that was a really great perspective. I am in no way saying that grades aren't needed or accountability or things like that. I'm just challenging us as educators to stop and think why we are assessing. Is it just because we need grades in the grade book, because we have to have so many points by the end of the semester? Or is it because we really want to help those students grow? Secondly, is how we are assessing the most effective way to assess. AI is definitely putting this in the spotlight. You have probably heard it said that in these AI days, if you only use assessments that are all due on the same day for all students, and they all should have the same right answer, you're really asking for issues. And I couldn't agree more. I think there is truth to that. Yes, there will be assessments like that, but that really shouldn't be all of our assessments. Okay, so how do we assess? Instead of chasing the gizmos to try to detect AI use, I want to recommend that we adjust the process. Eric Kurtz, and maybe you've seen some of his materials, he does a great job. He's kind of like an educational consultant. He helps out schools, especially in the area of technology. He said that instead of trying to unbake the cake each time as a student turns in a project or an assessment, and we try to figure out how did they get to this? How did they do this? Where did they get this from? Instead, we need to focus on getting to the process of it. We need to focus on the process of getting to the final product. You know, we could do a whole session on AI detectors. Let me just talk about this for just a second. I'm going to park here because I want to add a word of caution about this. We would all like a tool that could look at student work and say, yes, this was done with AI, or no, the student did this. Of course, that would save us hours of investigating on our part. It would save those awkward conversations and such. But unfortunately, there is not such a tool. Yes, there are AI detectors out there, but let me just say, please use them with great caution. Many major organizations have already gotten rid of their detectors. I mean, these are the organizations that create the detectors. They've already gotten rid of them because AI is improving every single day. And honestly, AI can create things that sound just like your students. And of course, as students, they are working to humanize their work, and that is an official term. They can tell what type of student they are, how many, errors, what type of errors they usually make, what their writing style is, what kind of grades they usually get. And with all that, the detectors are just not reliable. Now, I know many schools who do use them, but just let me encourage you to use them alongside other indicators as well, not just as your single source. Brought to you by BJU Press.